We're back. You might have thought we weren't coming back. You might have thought you'd have to wait another week between podcasts. And though we have had issues with YouTube's algorithm and done battles and...
We're bad boys.
We're
bad boy. What you gonna do when they come for you?
I know there's a musical reference there somewhere. Everything we say is musically referenced. We're going to talk further about politics and maybe bring it home to Canada.
Home to where my heart's home.
Country home.
Take me back.
Okay, country roads. All right, where are we going with this? We're going to start with maybe Ford in Ontario with a new interactive map. If you didn't see his little propaganda spiel, it was him at his new mega cottage and somewhere up in Muskoka's. Nice.
Yeah, I think that's just absolutely advising the people where you don't have to go completely without. You're going to be inconvenienced, but you can drive 10 minutes.
Yeah, because there is a strike going on.
Yeah. So you can get it elsewhere.
Why is there a strike going on?
Because they want, well, the truth of the matter is, if you want the truth, they want more money. But you're saying it's job security. And I haven't heard anybody say the jobs are going to go away.
I'm going to say it's more than that. I'm going to start with the concept of controlled substances management.
Okay, fine. You can call it all you want.
Okay, I'm going to say LCBO is owned by us, the people, managed by the government that we elect. In this case, Ford.
Yay!
Okay.
Yay!
But the issue is that alcohol is a controlled substance, and
Yes.
it should be managed for public consumption and safety of all of us. We own it, we distribute it, we pay for the wages, we pay for the LCBO, the fancy logo. I love the Food and Wine magazine. I'm an addict of food photography, so I love that part of it too.
And that poor country person who can't get there because it's too far away, or that widow who lives around the corner in that small town
has a right to booze.
Can walk down to the store and get her booze along with her bread.
It's that garage, the pink garage. No, it wouldn't be pink because they're anti-LGBTQ. It would be macho blue or something. Tory blue? Is that in Pefferlaw? You just open the garage door and and you look inside, and there's cases and cases.
But that's not what it is at all.
Oh, it's not free.
Matter of fact, on the way back from taking my friend to the train station,
I stopped for booze?
I did. Number one, I wanted to see what the supplies was like. Number two, I had nothing. Number three, I have not touched what I bought, but while I was there, I bought a big bottle, and I bought 3 coolers.
From?
A corner store.
A corner store?
Yeah.
A corner store? So you mean it's already a fait accompli? It's already in the stores?
It's always been in the stores.
No.
Yes.
No.
Ever since I've been, you go to Mount Albert, you can go to the IGA. There's been a liquor store ever since I've lived up here, I believe.
Inside
the
store,
yeah.
Not a corner store.
Okay, that's a food store, but there's corner stores. On the way down to Argyle. And by the way, Argyle, there's trees down and everything, so I don't know what went through there. On the way down to Argyle, from here halfway down, on the left you'll see a little teeny store, and it sells booze.
Is it a teeny tiny booze labeled store?
Really teeny tiny. No, they sell other stuff too, but it's convenient, and the people in that community don't have to drive a half an hour or go to
the closest.
Yeah, they just get it right there. Okay. And it's not a guy in his garage. They have to, and they're monitored.
Not a guy in a trench coat saying, "Here, you want?"
No, they're monitored. People have to go. They get people coming in who are, what do you call it? The
inspectors.
No, the people that are fake buyers. They go in and they'll send a guy who looks 18 in or something, and he'll say, "Oh, I want this," and if they don't ask for they get heavy fines. So I haven't seen any problem with it whatsoever. They're busy right now. The store I went in was just booming, but they've always been there. Always been there.
I have a problem with controlled substances being managed by here, there, and everywhere, fly-by-night operations and corner convenience.
It wasn't fly-by-night. It's corner.
I'm just saying, if it's
Matter of fact, you can get great Indian food there if you want. Great Indian food.
So did you use the interactive yellow dot map of...
No, I just know where it is. You know me.
Yeah,
I know where they are.
Find them all out. Okay, so
I only know where they're... I only know where there are 3. I'm sure there's all kinds of them.
I'm an advocate for controlled substance monitoring and distribution. So I'm all for government to be involved in this. And alcohol next to weed is a very big issue in
and you know,
the courts.
weed is in corner stores. Not corner stores, but corner weed. Pefferlaw has a weed place.
And I'm all for if it's legalized, and that's what these drugs are, but I'm not sure to what extent.
Booze is legal.
Well, some of it is.
And it's in a corner store.
Now, what's this RTD stuff? Have you ever heard?
What's an RTD?
I'm thinking it's all prepackaged. There is a word for it. So if you just mutter on for a bit, I'll look up RTD.
Hi, everybody. It's good to be here with you. I am Jim of the Jim and Terry Show, and this is called stalling, putting in time. But Terry's there already. He's made it. He's found it.
Ready to drink, RTD.
Oh, that's fine. I have no problem with that. I told you I bought 3 of them. I don't know if I'm going to drink them, but I bought 3 of them. They're in my fridge.
So these are cocktails, mocktails. These are whatever. They've got alcohol content in them.
This was Mott's Caesar.
So it's got alcohol content in it.
Probably 4.5% alcohol in it. And you can't just buy it. You have to be of age. You have to be within the law.
So you still have to flash an ID.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Now, when you're 72 years old, you don't, you know.
Okay, so the core issue is one of, is it about labor and wages? And I'm going to suggest no. Is it about managing controlled substances? I'm going to suggest that's part of it. And the other part I'm going to say is that there must be something else, because RTDs are ready-to-drink beverages. That seems to be a sticking point with Ford. And that was in his press conference yesterday, where he said, and it sounds like, I don't want to say he's meddling in negotiations, but he said that if there is any reference to RTDs being removed from the negotiation, he doesn't want that on the table. That's not a negotiable
I guess he's
item.
saying if you can go into Loblaws and buy a bottle of wine, you should be able to buy a cooler. That's all they are, is coolers. Ready to drink is just coolers. They're already pre-mixed. And you pay a little more for that. It's a more expensive way of doing it, I think. I don't know. I've never balanced it out. So I don't have any problem with that either, because you're still, I say all this, but if I need booze, I'd rather go to LCBO than the corner store.
Well, even Ford said they've got a nice brand, they got nice stores, they got great service. Yeah. So he's all for that.
The people are knowledgeable. That's the big thing. The staffing of LCBO are very knowledgeable. Very seldom they can't give you an answer. And they also have the computer to tell you, if we don't have it, somebody else has it.
And do you get that service and that information from your corner store?
I've never asked for it.
Okay.
But I have asked in the LCBO, and I would say I can't think of a time they didn't know.
Okay, I'm going to throw another comparison in here just for information for the discussion mill of these things, and suggest that anytime privatization of public assets is part of the process, I raise a number of flags. And that got me thinking when I was looking. I saw Ford's video this morning. I didn't watch it live yesterday, so I looked at it today. And I'm a little concerned because of things like the privatization of Hydro, the privatization of Petro-Canada, the privatization of goods and services. What's going on in Alberta, I'll even throw that in the mix because there's a lot of privatization going on. It seems to be the conservative way is to take public goods and services and privatize them, whether that's good or bad. And my argument would be that it would be bad.
And my argument is it's probably a good thing, because private corporations and stuff seem to be able to get things done a lot better.
Now, what information, when you throw that out, and I've heard you use that a number of times, where did you get that information?
I see it. Elon Musk is a perfect example. He can build a 40-story building in 3 months, where I've seen my local fire hall take 3 years to build. The bridge down in Beaverton, they're finally starting on it, looks like it. But all they got is machines parked there, and I know that con.
But those are private corporations. They've been paid for by bidding processes.
Well, I guess as far as the liquor control is, the only people I know not the only people, But there are a lot of very small businesses who I think are going to be making a pretty good bloody living because the price is exactly the same as LCBO. Not up, not down, exactly the same. So I like the idea of small businesses because those local stores, they're lucky if they make 3% profit. So I like the idea of them being able to make profit. I can see your concerns when it comes to something like Loblaws, where these things get in a whole chain and they're powerhouses.
Yes, and the Westons are a conservative family
But-
and multi-billionaires.
But that has happened so much. I mean, Walmart, the biggest argument in Walmart coming is it's going to take all the business away from the small companies. And it does.
it does.
What can
it
I
wipes
tell you?
out some.
Yeah. Now, here's what I think the real concern is with the unions. Unions are a powerful force. They're very political.
Okay, how is this discussion about unions then, as opposed to controlled substances?
Well, you brought up why you think they're on strike, and I think they're on strike for probably a completely different reason, since the union is not responding to the last offer, which was made over a week ago. So they're not responding. So they want it out. So the reason I believe they want it is because it's not a matter of protecting jobs. Well, it is, but backhandedly. They want greater workforce so that they can control them, so they can control their power over government. Unions make a lot of money. Well, that's what I believe. That's what I believe. That's what I believe.
It's a crown corporation.
Get the unions out of it, and I'd be a little bit
okay.
more
You know my
relaxed.
view of and my understanding of the history of unions. So we are going to be at loggerheads on that one.
Absolutely.
And the right to throw that back in is about 10% or so, 9% of total sales and volume. And I'm wondering if that 10% is a 10% translates directly to 10% layoffs, 10% firings, 10% whatever. So in that case, you might be right that there's an argument on labor.
And I don't know if they're going to do that. I don't think the union can even allow that. Once you're in there, you have to do something pretty bad to get out. So what I think it might be attrition, like as
age them out,
retire, don't replace them, that kind of thing. So I think everybody who's got the job's going to have a job. I may be wrong on that. I don't study it, but just some thoughts.
Yeah.
That's all I got is just thoughts.
Yeah, okay. As a skeptic on the way of business and not one to accept without evidence the claim businesses know how to do things more efficiently. And pointing to Elon Musk is a non-equivalence. You cannot point to somebody who's exceptional in every way and say he's the rule, he's the model. No, he's not. He's atypical. He's an outlier. And that's what we need to understand when we bring equivalencies to bear. Are they the same? Elon Musk is not the same. Although Galen Weston probably would like to be an Elon Musk, maybe. Like to give more money to Ford, the Ford government. Maybe.
Oh, quit your plug.
Oh, just stay
stop
tuned.
Stop it.
Let's see how the LCBO
Stop
and
it.
the union negotiation proceeds.
Well, if they answered the last offer, at least answer it.
Slow and steady wins the race, my friend. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye. It's because they got millions of dollars.